I know that's probably middle of the week for a lot of you, so it's a happy day. I always looked forward to that day when I was working the 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. So, excuse me, I'm going to have trouble with this voice today. I was trying to get rid of that little tickle before I went on, but it just is just going to be with me. Anyway, please forgive me. Excuse me. Well, I want to talk today about something I think we forget about, and that's how to feel good about ourselves again. Life gets busy and people pull at you from every direction. Before you know it, you've given so much of yourself away that you barely recognize that joyful, confident person that you used to be. So, we need to get back to that. Let's slow down, take a deep breath, and talk about some simple real life ways excuse me, to start feeling good about yourself again. Not perfect, not superwoman or superman, just good right where you are. So we can start with kindness toward ourselves. Hello, welcome in. Thank you for coming. Have you ever noticed how you we're kind to other people, and we lift them up, you compliment them, you are friendly or whatever. But then when it comes to yourself, you can just be downright mean. You hate on yourself for your looks or your lack of education or your or choices, your past, anything. Excuse me. Uh, and it's ridiculous how mean we can just be to each other, to ourselves, but we can be so kind to other people. You cannot build confidence from a place of cruelty, okay? You can't be cruel to yourself all the time and have that negative self-talk and start to feel good. Of course you can't. That's a negativity. So you got to start talking to yourself the way you would talk to someone that you love. How would you talk to your best friend? How would you talk to your sister, your brother, your mom, your dad? Your partner. You wouldn't hate on them that way. So let's start talking to ourselves that way. All right? That's a powerful shift if you can make that shift. And we do not owe the world perfection. We just owe our genuine effort. To make the best effort that you can for the day, and to have grace for ourselves. We need to always have grace for ourselves and forgive ourselves and lift ourselves up. You can do one small thing that makes you proud. Sometimes we think we've got to do something big and awesome and grand to feel better, lose 20 pounds, redecorate the house, start a business. So you don't have to do that. You know what? You can just clean out your junk drawer. Excuse me. I did that the other day. I cleaned out my sock drawer and arranged all my little socks. And well, they're big socks because I got big feet, but I rearranged my socks in order, like summer socks, winter socks, ankle socks, um, longer socks, all those little things. I rearranged that drawer. I can't tell you how good that made me feel. That was one little step that I took. So, yeah, you don't have to conquer the world to feel better. You can just do one small thing. And it's not about how much you do, it's about showing up for yourself again. Just got to keep thinking in a positive way. Yeah, I cleaned out my sock drawer. Small things. See, these little things that will it will send a message to your spirit. I still care about me. If I'm cleaning out my sock drawer or doing a little thing for myself, I must care about myself, right? So, yeah, there we go. So, let go of comparisons. Oh my goodness, this is a big one. It's so easy to scroll through social media or YouTube or TikTok, whatever, Facebook, and start thinking, why can't I look like that? Why isn't my life like that? But we can't do that because social media is a highlight reel. You got to remember that people are highlighting their lives on social media. You're putting your best stuff on there, or your best vase, or your family pics, whatever. You got to remember everybody has stuff. Everybody's life be life in just like ours. So don't compare yourself to something you think is better or perfection or whatever. You know, you can't do that. You've got to say, everybody's journey is different. Your journey is different from anybody else's. You don't know what battles that person is fighting behind that perfect picture. You just don't know. Everybody has their battles that they fight. And the only person you should be comparing yourself to is the you from yesterday. Are you a little wiser today? A little calmer? A little more aware? That's progress, okay? So remember what used to bring you. What used to bring you joy? This is something to think about. Think back to what used to light you up. Maybe it was dancing around the kitchen. Maybe it was singing in the car, painting, sewing, gardening, or just sitting outside watching the sunset. Let's do those things again. We can have fun anyway. Even if there are bad things going on, life is challenging us with lots of different things. We can still have fun anyway. Hi, welcome in, whoever you are. I'm glad you're here. Uh, those things still live inside you. They didn't disappear, they just got buried under life's noise. Pick one of those joys back up this week. You don't need to be good at it, just do it. That feeling you get when you reconnect with old joy, that's healing. And if you're a YouTube creator and you just started out like I and have been plugging away at it, and you feel like you're not getting anywhere, which is how I feel a lot. And I just do it anyway. I have fun anyway. I just keep posting. I just keep coming live. If people come, they do. You know, maybe they'll watch later. But we have to be positive and we just have to keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Don't stop. Have fun anyway. If it starts to feel like a chore and you think, oh, why am I doing this? Nobody cares. It doesn't matter. Just keep going and doing it anyway. Yes. So anyway, back to that bringing, going back to picking up some old things that you used to do. If you used to sew or used to paint or draw or sketch or crochet, excuse me, or make music, pick that up again if you haven't done it in a long time. I used to play guitar when I was young, and so I put it down after I had children, and I had a lot of things to do, had people to take care of, caregiving, that kind of thing. I didn't pick it up for a long time. I picked it up again and started playing. It was sort of like starting all over again, had to learn a lot of things over again, but it brought me joy because I remembered how it was to play back in the day. Hello, everybody. I don't know if anybody's chatting. I'm not reading a chat here, but welcome in. I hope I can see the chat when it starts. So I picked that back up again, and that did bring me a lot of joy. I did have to practice a lot to get going again, but I think that is one thing that can sort of spark you again, especially if you're older and you haven't done something like that in a long time. Picking up an old hobby can really help you to get it back, get your mojo back, start feeling good again about yourself. Okay, you can surround yourself with uplifting voices. Energy is contagious. You ever notice how some people leave you feeling drained and others leave you feeling inspired? Protect your peace. Protect your peace, baby. It's so important. You don't want to be around negativity all the time. You don't want to be around somebody who is constantly looking for the bad and everything. I know there's good and bad in the world. There's that, you know? And it's almost like you need both to balance it out. But we want to stick with the good stuff, right? We just want to stick with the good stuff. So, yes, stay with, hey, Tasty Peanut. I don't know why I did that. I'm sorry, Tasty Peanut. I didn't do that. So, I don't know why it held your message. Please don't go away. I had experimented with that Nightbot thing. I think it's emojis they don't like or something. It doesn't like. And I thought I had taken that off. But anyway, welcome in. I'm talking about being positive and looking for positivity in life and feeling good about yourself again. If you've started to feel a little bit down, a little bit negative, a little bit beat up by life, which I'm sure we probably are all starting to kind of feel that way with the, you know, inflation and trying to survive and all that. So we just got to keep going. We got to have fun anyway. Even though it's hard, we just got to do it. And like I was saying, celebrate positive people. Be around positive people and positive thinkers, people who are on the same train you're on, just go with that. Celebrate progress and not perfection. We all make mistakes. Yes, we've all had days that we did not do our best, but you know what? We're still here, we're still growing. Every time you try again, that's progress. Just like fall off the horse, you get back on kind of deal, right? Stop waiting till you got it all figured out to feel good about yourself. You're already worthy, you're already enough right in this messy, beautiful moment. We are already enough. We're what we need right here and right now. Speak life over yourself. Okay, speak life over yourself. This one right here is powerful. The words you say to yourself become the story you believe. So let's change that story. Instead of saying, I can't do this, let's try, I'm learning how to do this. Instead of, I look awful, say, I'm taking better care of myself today and I'm trying to look my best. I used to do that so bad. Look in the mirror and say, "Ugh, yuck, I hate you." How horrible is that? My goodness. So, and of course, gratitude is so very, very important to be grateful, to start your day with gratitude, prayer, meditation. That is so very important because that sets the tone for the day. Yeah, and then at the end of the day, same thing. So, yeah, that's what I have to say about that. And I guess I keep doing videos and lives about this subject because I feel like I'm struggling with staying positive, and I think probably a lot of other people may be as well in today's climate with financial things and with inflation and tariffs and all kind of stuff in the news that's not necessarily good. So I feel like we need to talk about it and stick together and help each other and absolutely not be divided by any of this because, you know, I think that's what they want us to be divided. So we got to stick together and be positive and love each other. So, feeling good about yourself again. What are things you do to feel good about yourself again? If you've started to feel down or you started to feel something about yourself, what are some things that you do to get yourself going again? I would like to hear that. So, welcome in, everybody. Drop a comment in the chat and say hello. And like the live, please. Give me a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. And you deserve to feel good again. Don't ever feel like you're not deserving of anything because you are. We deserve to feel good. We deserve to feel better. You know, life is not perfect. It's never going to be. That's kind of the human condition, I believe. We're born and we live and we die. There's just something about all that, and like they say, those the in between the dashes is what's important. And we can't live in the past because that's already done, and the future's not here yet. So we just have to live in the moment and make that the best we can, and handle life's challenges when they come up. So if your spirit's been feeling a little low lately, let's talk about that. We'll talk about the daily things that you can do to bring peace back into your heart. Showing yourself grace, that's a big one, is to just have mercy on yourself. I struggle with this one a lot, feeling like I'm not good enough to do anything. And so I have to pull myself back and say, yes, you are, because God created you and He created me. So who am I to not think so? To not think that I am worthy. We are worthy, and we're not broken. We're becoming. That's a good way to look at it also. Let's just remember that we are worthy, and to tell yourself that you are worthy of love, you are worthy of kindness, you're worthy of praise, and you're worthy to, you deserve to make the money you need to make to survive. And that's a hard one these days because everything costs so much. But we can do it if we just keep persevering and working on our projects. You may pick up a gig job somewhere. A lot of people are doing that. Um, driving jobs, things like that, deliveries. So, how's the weather where everybody is? It's kind of cloudy here today, off and on. I'm always using natural light for my videos, and today I have the blinds open that I usually open for that. I closed the one next to me because my glasses glare so bad. But it's just kind of in and out cloudy, maybe a little rain later today, and still warm out, but it's not hot, and that's what I love. I love this time of year because it's not too hot, it's not cold, it's not hot. It's just perfect. I love it so much. And just have a few little rain showers here and there. That's nice. I love a rainy, cloudy day. That's nice and peaceful to me. So, yeah, that's what I had to say. So, I was hoping to engage in a little bit of chat here with people, but I don't see, everybody must be busy today. And I know it's not because they hate me, it's just because they're busy. See, that's my positive thinking. So, anyway, I'm just going to sit here and see who comes. I hope this was a positive message. Even if I have to jump out now, I hope it was a positive message for somebody and that it helped somebody to feel better. I feel like that is what a lot of people go through. I see a lot of negativity online, a lot of hate, and that's just kind of, I don't know. It kind of easier to hate and easier to be mean, I think, than it is to try to look for the positive and be nice. But I don't like that. I want to try to be positive and look for the good in everything. So that's what I'm doing. Is there anybody out there? I see one person. I see you. Say hello. Hello. Okay, well, done that. Well, that was my message for today. Thank you to anyone who came by. I appreciate it. I hope you all have a great day. Thank you.